So recently I attended a deafblind celebration in Daytona Beach. And of course, meeting Vicky and Tracy and Darlene and experiencing some of the things that the deafblind have to go through every single day without a break was truly enlightening. And, you know, I wake up and I'm getting ready and I get in my car and we're on our way driving, and all these, I guess, anticipatory stresses came up. Like, what if I don't know what I'm doing at that particular second and I freeze or I blank or I do something to offend anybody? So I went through all the papers that I had gathered and I really thought about everything that I had heard and experienced. And I'm like, these are just fellow human beings. They want what I want, just to experience life, to be happy, to feel connected, to just sit around and chat. It's the same thing that I want to do. And then I arrive and still a little nervous, and then I meet Kathy. Kathy's the first one I see, and I get to meet her, and she was just so warm and welcoming, and it was just like, okay, I'm like, not so bad. And more people showed up, and you know as more people showed up, a little bit more hesitation increased. But then I'm like, you want to know what? I just gotta go for it. And it was amazing. And tactile signing. I did a lot of that, and I did that basically throughout the whole day. And I was really proud of myself for never giving up. That if I felt that I wasn't being clear, I would expand, or I would, condense if the situation needed it. And I really was experiencing the weight in my back and in my arms and in my hands and my lower back, how much it takes to hold a conversation. And I was so just amazed by how, just with even one hand on my hand, a person would be able to understand me. I was like, wow, I'm like, I need both hands. I'm like, and it was interesting. And seeing how everybody connected and how everybody accommodated with each other was fascinating to watch. And I was just blown away by the experience because you could really feel connected. Even though I was more of an outsider than anything, I felt welcomed. I felt um, that people were there, were happy to see me. And one moment that really stuck out was meeting Tony. And it was really interesting because meeting him and kind of observing him, and the way that we had our conversations, and he actually played some jokes on me. It was just hilarious. And he reminded me so much of my grandfather, who now is losing his hearing. He's almost profoundly deaf. And you know what it must feel like to be, let's say a relative, like such a loved one, experiencing that. It made me want to be more, more involved, because who's to say that my grandfather, for example, might not start losing his eyesight. He's 80 and he wears very thick glasses. And taking the tour of the center was really just awesome because I got to learn more about the amenities that were provided. And, you know, the 4 hours that, Darlene, Tracy, and Vicky had given us was something that was just, I think, vital, like absolutely vital before this experience was to go down in the way that it went down. I don't think I would have felt in any way somewhat, even a little bit prepared if I had not had those 4 hours with them. And, each of their testimonies of the people, not just Vicky, Tracy, and Darlene, but the people, who attended was just so powerful and moving. And, a lot of the one-on-one experiences were just I think, almost like an epiphany. I think an epiphany or a revelation of some sort. And, you know, it made me feel that this is definitely something like I would possibly want to pursue, along with, interpreting. Because I really did enjoy just that one-on-one time and, just doing everyday things. It kind of had it gave me a new set of eyes that, made me appreciate, not all my blessings, but, to respect, the stamina and I guess you could say the optimism that these people hold, that the deafblind community holds. This isn't just one, sense loss, this is two. And for them to be able to still just, have their moments of defeat and frustration and moments where it's just like, really? But to just keep going and still have a smile on their face, still have the ability to laugh and to joke and to play games and just, have fun with it. It was really just moving. And, at the end of the day, even though I was exhausted and everything hurt and I was just like, I'm ready to go to home and sleep, I still was so grateful that I experienced this. Like, how lucky was I to be a part of this and to see everyone in their element and, to be of service. That was really fulfilling, was to be of service, just to be able to either guide someone to the restroom or to guide someone, down the food line when it was time for lunch, and to describe, what was on the plate, okay, well, 12 o'clock to 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you have pasta, and 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock is salad, and 1 o'clock you have your water. It was just, it was really interesting, and, I felt really lucky that I got to meet everybody that I got to meet there and to be a part of the celebration and, to get to see everybody just, socializing with each other. And when I would, sign someone's name, the person's like, oh, yeah, I know them. And to describe everything that was happening in the room, like I said, it's a new set of eyes that I was given. And it was a wonderful experience. I would not trade it for absolutely anything. And I would love to just be able to go and do more deafblind experiences, as things progress in life. And, just really grateful. And I felt that for the most part, I was prepared. And I felt that I could handle myself, and I felt that I was given a good amount of information to make me more sensitive and more aware of the needs that the deafblind community needs. And so, I mean, just awesome event, awesome experience, and, I would definitely recommend, like, even before going to, like, a celebration such as this, to maybe having, like, some kind of workshop. Basically the same situation we had when Vicky, Tracy, and Darlene visited us, with the cane, with the goggles for us to see and to experience, and for us to try to eat, with our, earbuds and our eyes blindfolded. I think that that was really just a great fitting, a great prerequisite to get to this main event, or just any event, really. So, yep, that's what I have to say.